DFA Online. News and events from different Philippine embassies and consulates around the world. DFA Online. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
Good day, I am Win Peñano with today's DFA Online. Ambassador Patrick A. Chuasoto, the newly appointed Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Republic of the Philippines to the Kingdom of Sweden, formally presented his credentials to His Majesty Carl XVI Gustaf, the King of Sweden, in a solemn ceremony held at the Royal Palace in Stockholm on April 29. A seasoned career diplomat with extensive experience in both bilateral and multilateral diplomacy, Ambassador Chuasoto conveyed the warm greetings and best wishes of President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. and the Filipino people to the Swedish King and the Swedish nation. Ambassador Chuasoto also reaffirmed the Philippines' commitment to further strengthening the long-standing relations between the Philippines and Sweden, highlighting shared values, robust people-to-people ties, and growing cooperation in various areas, as evidenced by recent high-level visits to both countries. Ambassador Chuasoto brings to Sweden a wealth of diplomatic expertise, having previously served as Chargé d'Affaires at the Philippine Embassy in Washington, D.C. and at the Philippine Mission to the United Nations in New York. He is recognized as a catalyst for long-term partnerships and expected to play a pivotal role in advancing Philippine interests in Sweden and the broader Nordic region.
DFA Online. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
In our news, the Philippine Embassy in Tel Aviv, in meaningful partnership with Yad Vashem, the World Holocaust Remembrance Center, and Mr. Danny Weisler, son of late Manilaner Max Weisler, successfully held an online forum commemorating Holocaust Remembrance Day. The event highlighted a proud chapter in the shared history of the Philippines and Israel through President Manuel L. Quezon's rescue of 1,300 Jewish refugees during the Holocaust. Late Max Weisler was one of those refugees who found safe refuge in the Philippines thanks to President Quezon's open door policy. Ambassador Eileen Menjola described the legacy of President Quezon and the Manilaners as the foundation of the strong friendship between the Philippines and Israel. In his discussion, Dr. David Silberklang, senior historian at Yad Vashem, explored the efforts for Jewish migration during the Holocaust and the global responses to the refugee crisis as the Nazi persecutions began. Dr. Silberklang noted that only a few opened their doors to these fleeing refugees, which are the Philippines, Shanghai, and the Dominican Republic. Adding a personal perspective, Mr. Danny Weisler recounted his father Max Weisler's escape from Nazi Germany and journey to the Philippines in 1939. Danny highlighted that 10 of Max's descendants are alive today because of President Quezon. Manolo Quezon, writer and grandson of President Quezon, shared insights on how his grandfather's personal convictions and travels abroad influenced his fateful decision to accept Jewish refugees in the Philippines. He shared that President Quezon's compassion for the Jews laid the groundwork for the Philippines' long-standing pro-refugee stance and accession to international conventions that protect displaced populations. This in turn led to the country's acceptance of refugees over the decades. The event was made more meaningful by the participation of two living Manilaners, Ralph Praise and George Lowenstein, their descendants and scholars who have pioneered the research on President Quezon and the Jews he rescued. Around 130 diplomats, government officials, academics, and students attended the virtual forum. The forum served not only to remember Holocaust victims and survivors, but also to honor righteous individuals who helped and saved them, such as President Quezon. It also reaffirmed the Philippines' historical commitment to protecting human dignity, assisting refugees, and standing against anti-Semitism and other forms of intolerance.
DFA Online. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
And that wraps up today's edition of DFA Online. For Radyo Pilipinas World Service, I am Win Peñano. Good day.
DFA Online. News and events from different Philippine embassies and consulates around the world. DFA Online. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.